Hey guys!
Hey, hey, hey!
Welcome back to our review of Rupauls Drag Race UK Season 2, Episode 7.
It's taken a whole week!
Just for you. So this week we are doing...
Tell me, Stephen, what we're talking about.
We're talking about 6 bitches in a room in drag.
6 chicks.
6 chicks.
6 chicks in the workroom.
So we get back to the workroom and it's the iconic reading challenge. Question: best read ever in Drag Race.
Why do you keep doing this?
Because
you don't prepare me for the question.
Exactly. To see how much you know about Drag Race.
We go over notes prior to filming and not once does he go, I'm going to ask you a question.
No, I like to keep it fresh.
Best reading challenge.
Best reader in Drag Race history. Herstory, sorry. I'll go. Jujubee, Season 2, best thing ever. Also, Jujubee in All Stars. Jujubee in general is like one of the best readers in Drag Race.
I hate that you've asked me this now because I feel like it's such a good question and I'm actually like I know like that I've laughed at loads of them.
Also, Katya, All Stars 2, the read that she gave to Roxy Andrews.
Oh, I think of you often.
Lives in my mind.
At the bus stop.
Lives in my mind like all the time.
I genuinely can't answer that question with this very short time frame. But there have been a couple, like that one was really funny. That's far too difficult a question. But why don't you tell us your favourite person who's read?
In the comments. Always with the wrong hand.
Yep, always with the wrong hand.
Always with the wrong hand. So, talking about that, UK girls reading each other, this was lack fucking luster. Like, oof, this was painful. And I think challenges like the reading challenge really show how reading has evolved through Drag Race time.
Yeah.
And I feel like these girls are only able to read people in 150 characters or less. And it speaks to the Drag Race audience of today because none of these reads were funny.
Yeah, all these like Gen Zers who are like, you were #tragic. Okay, where's the rest?
Yeah, that's it. But also there was a couple good ones in there.
I'm not gonna lie, Stephen, I don't really remember anybody's from this episode and I watched it again this morning.
I mean,
so
the best one to me, and the one that completely took me off guard, was Ahura, when she said about sitting on Tace's face.
That one was the only one that I think I laughed at because it was so like unexpected.
Yeah, but still expected.
Well, no, because I would have thought, because nobody else made really jokes about the two of them in it, which I was kind of like, which that would have been expected because you're kind of like used to
Lawrence
doing the whole
Taste is fucking a horror.
So I did think somebody was going to do something, but when it was Ahura making fun of it, I was like, fuck. But then speaking of Taste and Ahura, I was so let down by Taste's reads in this. I was like, but she's so funny naturally. But it's sort of like, do you remember what you were saying about Lauren's last week with Snatch Game, where it's you can be naturally very funny, but sometimes put into like pressure situations, it's like, be funny now.
Yeah.
You're like, knock.
The sky is blue, the raven calls at night. Laugh.
Speaking of raven. Segue!
We're gonna get to that because Raven enters the workroom.
That was me doing my segue.
Raven enters the workroom, like my arm always enters shot. Enters the workroom because this week the girls are making shit and so apparently this episode was meant to be a makeover challenge. However, because of Miss Rona, they had to
the queen who's
won the season
the
season
official
12.
winner of
so this is why we get another creative challenge of the girls making outfits out of unconventional materials as lockdown superheroes. And we're gonna get to lockdown superheroes.
Superheroes.
With that being said,
With what we said.
What
What were you going to say?
I don't know.
Go on, try again. Take two, go.
Take two. So we get to the runway, and the theme of the runway,
So that's what we said.
again, is superheroes. So let's go each girl one by one, starting with Taste. And she used Brillo pants. Hit me. No.
It's get. Now I know I'm speaking to like Tase's number one stand, so I know that I'm going to be like
Be
speaking
careful.
within. No, I'm going to be speaking within like good
This
company.
space.
No, within good company.
Oh.
That I'm sure you'll understand the pain that it takes
Talking about pain.
because yeah. Oh. She's one of my favorites, and it really pains me to be mean.
Not mean.
Well, no, because I'm going to be mean.
Oh.
It pains me when I don't have. I mean, no, actually, I was going to say when I don't have anything nice to say. She did look beautiful, but again, it's kind of becoming like. I mean, it's a null and void statement by this point, isn't it? Like, it's kind of like, okay, yes, and. But like, she did look gorgeous. I really enjoyed the little Kit Kat wig. She kind of gave me like a bit of like John Leguizamo from Tu Wong Fu, which was kind of like camp. I see where it was going. It just didn't arrive. No. It got lost in transit. The idea was cute. It's just
Execution.
yeah, and also my whole eye hurt looking at it.
I'm sore. You're sore? Well, it hurts.
Like the sensitivity of my nipples watching that episode was just like,
Ouch.
yeah, because I'm surprised Taze even has them anymore. I hope she had pasties or something on.
Should she suffer? All right, clap if you think she should suffer.
No,
Can you
it tastes
imagine,
probably
like,
not.
I mean, speaking on, is this not a similar, is this an homage?
Yeah, this is for you, Taste. You're bronze, I'm silver. Maybe someone could be gold. No. But with that being said, I'm gonna agree with you. Like the Thatcher, sis.
Is that the first time that...
I'm gonna agree with you about the Thatcher because girl was beat up, like everything about her face. And Taste, I don't know why Taste loves these long wigs. Well, I know why she loves these long wigs, but a pussycat wig on her is so stunning. She has the facial structure where the girl could wear a sack on her face and you'll still be like, you are fucking stunning. How do you do it? Like everything about her face just like draws you in and captivates you. But yeah, so Taste let herself down by not like listening to what we was trying to tell her. And for that, we find out that she does not do well. Right, next bitch up on the chopping block, Lawrence.
So there was a slight sense of deja vu for me. It kind of felt a little bit like her a seaside outfit. There was sort of like a similarity, sort of like in the colour palette. And she seems to always stick to this silhouette, which I know that once something works for you, I know that we've seen the Bianca one with like, you know, sticking to the same silhouette, blah, 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 we've all heard it all. But I'm just like, show me something different.
Yeah.
Like, see, even like with her body type, she could still do like this cinched in waist, but then do like a kick out, like, you know, like a full circle, like skirt or something. Like, and I mean, she sort of did the bustle. Imagine if she'd done that the whole way around. I mean, I don't know if it would have been nice, but like, it would have just been something
really
different. It was nice. It fit her well, but it just, it didn't excite me.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like
RuPaul.
Like the face was beat, the body was right. The look though was
Face was beat. Speaking of, it was good that she took the tip.
Yeah, she took Raven's tip and filled in the space between her asshole. I mean, her eyebrows.
Wow.
Speaking of assholes.
Oh my
when's the last
God.
time you had sex? Don't forget to drink, bitches. No, it was a nice garment. It did not look like the material she made it out of, so I commend her on that. Did it blow me away? Was I like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever seen on RuPaul's Drag Race? No, it was a serviceable
Ironic that
look.
you said it didn't blow you away, yet it was a windbreaker.
Well, no, it
Joke clearly was
it
not.
was-
That one didn't land.
No.
No. No, 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 no. No, no.
Try again. It was a nice look. I applaud her for creating a great garment, but
Yeah.
yeah. Next bitch is a horror.
All I have to like say to you is like
Everything.
Jurassic Park called and they want their collar back. Like it reminded me of like, you know, the little thing. When she came round the corner, and I mean, because when she had her shoulders back, it was still camp. But bitch, as soon as she went, I was like, hello.
She
She's
knows how to
arrived.
sell a garment.
And also, I really enjoyed the sheer pettiness of her in her makeup.
I really do.
Our makeup choices was just like you
got
could,
compliment?
it was just so funny because if she wanted to do it, she couldn't have done like, you know, like a red mask with like a blue lip or something or anything. It was the fact it was just it was funny.
But she also like, her garment was really well constructed. The detail with all those big rosettes on her shoulder.
Do you not think I mean, it's sort of like what she sold in the first design challenge. She sort of sold this, because actually, if you think about it, like, it was quite similar in terms of silhouette. It was big shoulders with like a cape.
Yeah, because that was so memorable, that's what I thought about
But
it.
what I'm thinking is, ironically, with the unconventional material, she managed to get the drama and like the gas that you were wanting.
sensation.
The ooh-ah-ah,
And I got the ooh-ah-ah.
all across the nation.
Yeah. I also her moment in the workroom with her spy, like being all like Russian spy and trying to steal sisters materials, but then like going up to her and be like, "Hi girl, you look nice today. I love pandas."
What do you think? I like turtles.
Like just so she could get what she wanted.
Yeah.
It's like so funny to me. Next up is Bimini Bon Boulass, and thank God she found those curtains, because
It was still not great though.
I prefer this to the walkthrough look, because
What,
that-
Sunita?
that
When she
was
had
not-
those when she hit the
Palm
palm leaves behind her. Which to be fair,
I'd rather have
she
seen
should
the
have
all
just
palm
done
leaves.
She could have just done that.
And the funny thing about Bimini, I think we mentioned this before, she prides herself on being like the half-naked queen. Like 3 weeks in a row, she's worn clothes where I've not seen a part of her body that I shouldn't see. So I'm like, where have we evolved to clothing now? Have we left the cheese string behind?
I mean,
us?
maybe she's just. I mean, maybe it's coming.
Oh,
maybe
that would be her best drag look.
Maybe it's gonna be like it's just gonna be like her in like teeny tiny. Like, do you remember the Chanel?
Chanel!
The bikini with
it's
the
just the circles. Can you imagine if she just comes out in that?
In
I mean, to
vegan
be honest,
mayo.
I would die.
Yeah.
Like, I would honestly, that would be such a good look. But
No, I'm
I can't
glad.
remember what the question was.
No, I'm glad she changed her outfit, because the final look, as bad as it was, and it was bad, sorry Bimini, it was better than what your initial idea was.
Yeah, I mean, we said this when we were going over our notes. You said that you didn't. It was a definite reach, comparing it to Vivienne Westwood.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I could sort of see with that was it's sort of similar to like the squiggle print, but which then I kind of think I wish she hadn't done the paper and all that around it, and then had used some of like the fabric, like the squiggle fabric again from the curtains to make like a little like pirate hat. It would have, if you were going to go for like that sort of Westwoody vibe, then I wish you'd just done it. Do you know what I mean? Because there was a tassel as well. Do you remember she had she had a red tassel that was around the mannequin when she was going through the walk.
Yeah.
She could have done a little red tassel on the end of the pirate hat, because obviously that's what Westwood used to do. Like, I just think there was like, you could have definitely really gone ham with that if you really wanted to. But again, I suppose although to make that hat wouldn't have been that hard, I don't think.
Next bitch is Ellie as Katy Perry.
Katie Ellie.
Katy Ellie.
Seen it all before. Like, it was good. But
Go again.
was there a thunderstorm outside? Yeah, I've seen it all before. Like, I'm so sick of like queens doing like candy themed looks, and it always seems to be in the unconventional challenges that they do it in as well. And I'm like, bitch, think of something new. Like,
Yeah, the judges should stop giving them candy.
but then I said, use it in a different format though. But like doing this like Candyland thing is like, you can always tell, especially with these younger queens, you can tell when they've grown up watching the show, because their frame of reference is Drag Race, and you're like, you know, there's other stuff, right?
Yeah. I think it was a serviceable look.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't bad. It was just I've seen it.
It was nice. It didn't read superhero, which is my issue with this whole episode.
All of them, to be fair.
Like, none of them apart from the horrors read as superhero, and that was meant to be the main category of the challenge, and in that sense they all failed.
Yeah, which is surprising that nobody really said anything.
And normally Michelle's like hot on this, like she didn't.
No, but perhaps because it wasn't a pre-existing challenge, they've just been a bit more like lenient with it, so that, because if they weren't prepared to be doing another challenge like that, if it was supposed to be like, you know, because obviously usually with the makeover challenges it's about like they have their drag for it and stuff, so maybe they were a bit more like, you managed to do some, you managed to do something in this.
That's not it.
But I just said there made sense, but
neither do I. And last but not least, we have Sister.
this
It's
was
the last
too
episode,
much.
Let me give it to her.
It was just too much.
It was shit on top of shit on top of shit on top of more shit.
And what did she try to call it?
Shit. The Garden of Shedon.
No, it's going to be the point to make you.
Macaroni. She stuck a flower in her hair and she called it macaroni because no go.
There was a comment that came from, I think it was Maya Jama, when she said, "Oh, perhaps it would have been better if it was just like a bodysuit, like covered with all the stuff on it." And part of me kind of thought, I know Michelle's always like, "No bodysuits," but part of me is like, maybe it would have been better. Also, there was one point where she was in the workroom and she had what looked like turf. Like, you know, like AstroTurf, and she was wrapping it around her leg, and part of me was like, oh my god, is she going to make thigh-high boots out of AstroTurf? And part of me was like, really ready to see it, because I was like, that sounds camp.
No.
But none of it happened, and it was just, there's just too much going on, and like the brown sheet thing that she made the undergarment with hadn't even been steamed.
Yeah.
It still had the iron, not the iron marks, the
crease
fold marks down it. Her makeup in here was beautiful.
Oh my god. From here up, what you could see when when it wasn't covered by a massive poppy was like stunning. And don't get me wrong, the accessories were really well made, but I think for her, keyword is edit. She needs to learn how to edit, because it was also a pantsuit, and then there was a cape at the back, but it was like a little teeny tiny cape, so it didn't even have any impact. Like,
if she had had that bodysuit thing on and had done like maybe like a similar thing to, see if she'd maybe done like a bodysuit but maybe done like leaves as like a sort of like skirt or something.
Like a Josephine Baker sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or she could have done a bodysuit and have it like a peplum where you have like grass shooting out the back, and like, I don't know, she could have done...
Your ass is grass.
She could have done something that wasn't as... Anything would have been better than what she wore, because that was a choice. A rough choice.
Yep.
We get into Untucked, and the delusion of sister is strong.
Week by week.
This week, you got bad critiques, yet you're still here being like, man, my shit is good. I look stunning. Don't know what you're talking about. Like, girl.
The only thing that I will give, like, some sort of, like, not compliment, but, like, I suppose you have to have that air of delusion around you in these situations, don't you?
Delusion. Convince yourself.
Because otherwise you start to get where you just keep beating yourself down.
Yeah.
To win, to have that mentality, you need to have, to win, you need to have that mentality of nobody is better than me. I think there still has to go hand in hand a little bit of reality in it.
Yeah.
That if you're really not performing well, like if you haven't done well, like if you haven't won a badge yet, and you haven't really won anything going from this point, you need to also have like an air.
Because I think
what's going on in the room, do you know what I mean? But
I understand being confident within yourself.
Mhm.
I think that is 90% of winning the show, is knowing, being confident in what you do and what you bring.
Mhm.
But there's also a reality that this garment that I made is not the best that I presented, and I should be prepared for the fact that it's almost like Tia. Tia knew that her looks, I miss you, Tia. Tia knew that her looks weren't the strongest, but she would never go into the Untucked afterwards being like, well, I don't understand why the judges don't like my look, because I think I look stunning. Like, she was always, she had that self-awareness of, compared to everyone else, I did the worst, and I know I'm gonna have to lip sync, but next week I know that this is what I need to do to get better at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I feel that's what Sister lacks, is the self-awareness. It's lip sync time, and bottom two, Sister and Taste, which is fair. However, we get a bottom that's Taste and Sister, and already I'm just like, bye, sister. There's no way you are gonna lip sync my girl Taste on the carpet.
Well, I was slightly worried because I was thinking about what was Taste going to be able to do in that outfit. Well,
but
she obviously is like so committed to like giving you. I mean, the professionalism was
there
on 10 because she managed to give you a
performance.
killer performance that was like
to your best friend song. Cal's friends were just good, if you're not aware.
I hate you.
They go way back. Way back. Like the last time you had sex, way back.
So this is only their second shot. You've not been very.
No, I've not been keeping up.
Yeah, I was just worried about what she was going to be able to accomplish in that outfit, but she gave it 10, so I was like, 10. Well done, girl.
We saw that iconic.
Cannot wait to see what her body looks like after
that lip sync.
Next week, though.
We got the iconic Taste back bend. We got the iconic Taste strut. We got the sliding.
I'm sorry.
The
best bit was.
And then
this
the Dorothy.
In a bed of.
The Dorothy in a Field of Poppies moment at the end. I was just like.
In a bed of fucking wire. Still looked so angelic and like.
Like, I want that as my screensaver. Like. But we say goodbye to Sister and.
Bye!
Wow.
Love you, mean it.
And to be. Sign my yearbook. So,
excitement.
Key points to take away from this. Who was that bitch? Taste killed the lip sync. And Sister went home. 3 points.
To Gryffindor!
Okay, so, my favourite time of the episode. Because she loves a cunt. Talking about cunts, how's yours?
Just lonely. Just on the floor.
Yeah, Cunt Awards, where I and Cal
For some reason, the song Natalie and Brulia just popped into my head there. Because I said it's on the floor, and I was like, cold and by machine.
Yeah.
Lying naked on the floor.
I waited.
Waiting to be torn.
Waiting on all fours.
Waiting to be torn.
Yet no one comes.
I'm out of faith.
This is how I feel. It's Cunt Awards season this week. And if you've not been here, let me fill you in.
If you've not been here, why have you not been here? Why is this the episode that you decided to watch? What, because it's a little bit shorter? Well, you know what? That's not commitment. Go and watch the rest of it, please.
I think it was my shiny top that enticed
Shining,
people.
shining, shining, shining.
And if you want to purchase the look, it's
Oh my
not
god,
bad.
Stephen. Nobody has wanted to purchase anything.
Listen here, someone's gonna DM me and ask where my clothing's from. Yeah.
Or
Someone.
Paco Rabanne's gonna fucking like do a cease and desist because they stop wearing clothes.
So anyway, we're going off topic.
Yes, go on.
Cunt Awards.
It's not like us.
Cunt Awards, and the first award is for Charmisma.
I gave mine to Lawrence because I found her
Me too.
a little bit endearing with like her whole like story about being bullied in school and stuff. It was all kind of like very similar stuff that we've heard from her, but again, even trying to pick my choices for the awards this week was difficult because there just wasn't really much
To pick
substance in the actual episode. So yeah,
Yeah, I give my charisma to Lawrence. as
this is
well.
gonna be a really quick award. So we're gonna like yeah, that's it.
Agreed. Uniqueness.
I gave uniqueness to Ahura.
Same.
I found.
No, I didn't.
Oh, did you not?
No, I didn't.
I found her outfit to just be like really camp, really fun. Shoulders were obviously like.
Actually, yes, I did.
Yeah, I just find it unique, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
Yeah. Nerve. I gave nerve to sister two times.
Are these all the same? I gave mine to sister
Yeah,
so.
sister two times.
Two times.
The nerve to take all that material, all that good material, and do such trashy stuff with it, I found rude. That was the first thing. The second thing was the delusion of it all.
Yeah.
The nerve of it all. That was the second thing. And the third thing was her existence got on my nerves.
Wow.
So, with that being said, 3 strikes and you're out. Nerve goes to sister.
I concur.
I mean, you can put it in a nicer way if you want.
No, I do agree. Like, I just found her to be. I also don't really like people that play like dirty like the way that she did, where she's like, oh, I just took more fabric and stuff like that because I don't want other people to have it. I think I'm kind of like similar to like we've said it before on here, where I'm a bit kind of like in the same vein as what's her name, Trinity the Tuck. If I was gonna win, I want to be able to win and know that I won with people doing their best and me doing my best. Like trying to like undermine people and like basically sabotage people to me just like shows that
The kind of queen she is.
Yeah,
Not the kind of queen, the kind of person she is.
you really are that girl that I knew you were.
You're that girl I knew you were.
It just shows you that like she obviously does. I mean, it's where the conflict in that whole delusion thing comes from, because the delusion obviously is her trying to convince herself that she's great because she knows that she's not. Because if you actually genuinely believe that you were great, you wouldn't have to like fuck around with other people. So yeah.
See, I'm on the other side where I'm like, I would take all the good shit and use it as bartering material to get people to do things for me. But that's just me. I mean, it's a competition. Like, use what you got to get what you want, and that's what I would have done.
Well, I'm the type of queen that want to use my talent.
And you would have been like sister and got voted out.
I don't think I would have.
And the last award is for talent. Who put the tea in talent?
I picked taste,
Taste.
funnily enough. Surely not for anything that she actually presented on the episode, just for the talent of being able to fully commit to your performance, even
Despite
the
what you
like
report.
sheer fucking pain that must have been happening to your body.
And it's so funny when you had a couple weeks ago there were girls like, oh, I can't lip sync in this because I can't move my arms. And it's like, but you got Taste out here lip syncing in metal.
in a whole
Scraping her
in a
body.
cheese grater, like literally in a fucking cheese grater.
Doing cake splits. I mean, she didn't do any splits, but doing back bends.
Nor did she do a kick. You're like doing kicks, splits. She didn't do any of those.
No, but giving her all, despite the fact that she's probably gonna look like she's gonna be scratched,
The
bruised.
fuck up.
So
But I'm sure that
what was the reason?
Ahura will be able to lick her wounds for her.
That's not the only thing I was gonna look. With that being said, that is the end of this week's episode. Rating out
Sad
of
that we
10.
didn't have much. There wasn't really much for us to talk about, was it?
It was like a 7 this episode. It was a serviceable episode.
You love that word.
Have you been serviced lately?
No, I'm due my MOT.
You mean you're due your DICK?
Sure.
Yeah, down.
Yeah, down.
You need an oil change. And a...
Gun oil.
And a pumping. And a...
Pumping them.
Yeah. With that being said, that is the end. This is the last time Cal will be here. So, any last words?
What?
Your replacement is actually due in 10 minutes. No, I'm joking. So that's it. Thank you for
Well,
watching.
she thinks that because she started wearing sunglasses and suddenly her energy's gone from a
From a
5
0
to an 8, that now suddenly she's a...
5. That's really generous. Well, I said my energy was at 5.
I said a 5 to an 8.
Oh, I said 0. Sorry, I thought you said 0. But no, guys, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Any comments, any critiques for Cal would be greatly appreciated as well. Because, you know,
Yeah, wrap it up.
Again, if anyone wants to shop the look,
They don't. Bye, guys.
thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share.
Every week.
I'm the one. So yeah.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good. Oh my gosh, my cheeks are killing me. I can't keep smiling like this anymore. I am exhausted. I think I need a break. A little break? Okay.